How a self-proclaimed anarcho-capitalist, Javier Milei, emerged victorious in the recent presidential elections in Argentina, securing close to 56% of the votes, is making waves globally. Described by some media outlets as the first libertarian president in the entire world, Milei's controversial agenda is raising eyebrows. Among his widely publicized goals is the adoption of the United States dollar as Argentina's official currency, a move that has sparked intense debate. In the face of Argentina's staggering inflation rate, reaching 143%, and economic challenges, Milei's proposed measures aim to address these issues head-on. The country's dire economic situation, with almost 4 in 10 people living in poverty, has prompted Milei to advocate for what he terms economic shock therapy. The central tenet of this approach is to adopt the US dollar as the national currency, a decision that, if implemented, would relinquish Argentina's monetary sovereignty and subject its economic policies to external influences. The idea of a sitting president embracing an anarcho-capitalist ideology is a departure from traditional political norms. Milei's agenda includes not only adopting a foreign currency but also privatizing state-owned entities, closing the central bank, and selling off public broadcast networks. These proposed changes have ignited concerns about the potential consequences for the average citizen and the broader economic landscape. Milei justifies his push for dollarization by pointing to the extreme inflation and lack of foreign currency reserves plaguing Argentina. The country's debt to the United States and the IMF, denominated in US dollars, adds another layer of complexity to Milei's argument. It appears that, in his view, adopting the dollar is a pragmatic solution to the economic challenges that have long plagued Argentina. However, critics argue that such a move would essentially cede control over economic policies to external forces, eroding the nation's autonomy. The prospect of Milei aligning Argentina more closely with the United States and its allies has geopolitical implications. His announcement of seeking alignment with the U.S. has prompted speculation about the country's future relationships and alliances. Additionally, Milei's assertion that the peso is not even good as fertilizer underscores the severity of his stance on adopting the US dollar, signaling a drastic departure from traditional economic practices. Despite Milei's self-proclaimed anarcho-capitalist stance, his alignment with the World Economic Forum's agenda raises questions about the true nature of his political ideology. While media outlets label him an outsider who unexpectedly secured the presidential seat, the connections between Milei and global economic forums suggest a deeper understanding of international economic dynamics. This has left some wondering whether Milei's presidency is truly a break from the norm or a calculated move within a broader economic framework. As Milei outlines his plans for the future, questions arise about the implications for Argentina's membership in the BRICS bloc. Just months ago, Argentina gained full membership in the bloc, but Milei's promises to leave if elected have cast doubt on the country's continued participation. The BRICS, consisting of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, welcomed Argentina along with several other nations. However, Milei's potential departure could reshape the dynamics of the bloc. The impact of Milei's decisions on the BRICS bloc may be minimal, given that Argentina's official membership is set to commence on January 1, 2024. While his intentions to adopt the US dollar and potentially leave the bloc may be seen as a setback, many within the BRICS community view it as a missed opportunity rather than a significant loss. Some even argue that Venezuela, which applied for membership, might have been a more predictable and stable choice. As the BRICS bloc contemplates the potential departure of Argentina, the focus shifts to how this change might impact the group's plans and objectives. Milei's alignment with the U.S. and his advocacy for dollarization may be contrary to the principles and goals of the BRICS, which aim to foster a multipolar world and challenge the dominance of Western powers. In the aftermath of Milei's victory, countries like Venezuela, which had expressed interest in joining the BRICS bloc, might now have a chance to step into the void left by Argentina. The geopolitical landscape in South America is evolving, and the choices made by individual nations will play a pivotal role in shaping regional dynamics. For everyday Americans reading about these developments, the impact may seem distant, but the global interconnectedness of economies means that shifts in one part of the world can have ripple effects. What happens in Argentina, whether it adopts the US dollar or pursues other economic strategies, could influence trade, geopolitics, and global economic stability. As Malaise lays out his plans for Argentina's economic transformation, one cannot help but wonder about the potential consequences for the average citizen. The bold agenda of privatizing state-owned entities, adopting a foreign currency, and aligning with the U.S. raises questions about the long-term sustainability of such measures and their impact on the people of Argentina. How will these changes affect the daily lives of those already grappling with poverty and economic uncertainty? In conclusion, Javier Milei's presidency in Argentina is poised to bring radical changes, both domestically and in the country's international relations. The decision to adopt the US dollar as the official currency and potential departure from the BRICS bloc signal a significant shift in economic and geopolitical priorities. As the world watches, the true implications of Milei's agenda will unfold in the coming months, shaping the future of Argentina and influencing global economic dynamics. Leave a comment above and share your thoughts on whether adopting the US dollar is the right move for Argentina, and what you believe the potential consequences might be for the country and its people. Your perspective adds valuable insights to the ongoing discussion.